I'll take you. I'll take like I think it's just comp SCP-343.
Bro, never mind, bro. I'm good.
But wait, okay, nigga. I'll take a different character, bro.
Nah, bro.
Look, do you know what Samurai 8 is?
Wait, did you say mid tier crossovers or high tier crossovers?
I said high tier. That's why I was asking you, bro. I thought you said yeah. Do you want to do mid tiers?
I guess we
Like,
can do mid. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to do mid tier, I prefer mid tier. But if you want to do high tier, we can do like it's. I guess whatever. I don't really care anymore.
I bet. Yeah, we can do high tier. Can I still take the same character?
Sure. Why not?
I. So my stance is my character wins. It's more likely he wins because power scaling reasons. I assume your position and your character wins.
You said your position is your character wins because it's going to be more likely via power scaling reasons.
Yep.
Okay, what reasoning would that be? Or
Yeah.
actually,
I can just
let me
demonstrate that.
just establish. I'll just like use fucking We don't want to use Arlie Yuha.
Is beyond
Yeah, I'll just argue Yuha. And you said you said SCP who?
SCP-343. But it's
Okay.
basically the same. It's just like there's one like in the verse. There's like one incarnation. This would be the strongest one.
3, 4, 3. I'm just gonna put
So
comp SCP.
SCP-34 what?
343. At least.
Okay. My character's be Yuha. What did you say the reasoning was for your character again? My fault.
Hold on, I'm making an argument right now.
Okay.
See, now this is type shit on here.
All right. B2. Clearly, this is evidential because of the scan, and that's per the antecedent. Likely, the consequent follows. All right, look. So I gave you IB in chat. It's in VC chat. So look, premise one: if my character is beyond the distinction of existence and non-existence, and there's at least one token, that just means like evaluation of the things
Wait, give me a
around.
second.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Can I just say the argument?
Where'd you send it?
It's in VC chat. Can I say the argument?
Okay, yeah, you could say the argument now. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like an inference to the best explanation. And what that means is that it's just trying to explain how an hypothesis is more preferable given its contents. So in this case, premise one: if my character is beyond the distinction of existence and non-existence, then there's at least one token of existence that includes winning. Premise two: clearly this is evidential because of the scan, and that's like stated at the top of the scan too. And that would just be the antecedent, meaning the prior condition. And then conclusion: it's likely the consequent follows.
A character is beyond the distinction of existence and non-existence, and there is at least one token of existence and includes winning. Okay, so you said the first premise was if my character is beyond the distinction of existence and non-existence, and there at least exists one token of existence that includes winning. Wouldn't that mean there's also one token of existence that includes him not winning?
No.
Why not?
Well, I guess that would be trivial because because what the scan says, it also takes into the account like
Is there any
negative.
way to go about this without getting into trivialism? Because like,
No,
I'm
it's
trying to
not.
avoid that.
It's not trivialism. No.
Okay.
The reason why it's not trivialism because the scan says he's beyond the distinction between two classes. If he's beyond the distinction between two classes, where his existence is indeterminate or isn't determined by such class, like in like a strict sense, then we can say that the character can have access to those tokens because he's beyond each class. You understand what that means?
Say that last part one more time.
Yeah, so truism just means everything is true. That's not what the scan says. It also seems wrong. The scan is trying to say he's beyond specific strict class between two, but between the two of the classes. It doesn't lead to trivialism because we don't accept everything is true. We're just saying that he's beyond each class that includes such.
Okay, that's fine. What was the original answer to me asking you about like there's also at least a token of him like not being able to link?
No, I'm saying because I think that's just a misinterpretation of what the scan is saying. So it wouldn't be like, oh, there's like I don't know some possible world where the character just
Wouldn't that be a
loses.
misinterpretation that's equal to your interpretation of him being able to win?
No,
Okay,
that's just
why
not
wouldn't it?
that's just not what the language means. Like I agree, you
Not
can have
what language means? English?
yeah. No, I'm saying that's just not what the terms in the scan are being used mean or refer to. Because if we actually look at what they're saying, they're not saying like, oh, there's like an action of the character losing. They're just saying that when referencing class, this would be occluded per the class. Like there actually isn't any real losing that's happening. We're just saying the character is beyond the class in such a way where he isn't determined by
Do
the
they
class.
imply any winning is happening in the scan either?
No, it's just derived via winning being something that's an existential trait. Because you have to exist in order to win.
Okay, that's
I mean, the same
completely
thing could
fine,
be
but you
said
also have
about
to
not
exist in
winning.
order to lose. So I don't.
Yeah,
There's
no,
nothing
I'm saying, yeah,
about what you're
exactly,
saying really
exactly.
that
That
makes.
also benefits my point. That doesn't change anything I'm saying.
Not really, no. If what you're saying can literally everything you're about your argument can be applied to what I'm saying to you right now.
No, it's not. Look, the reason why it's more probable that the hypothesis that I initially included within my argument follows is just given how we typically use the language within the scan anyway.
You
Obviously,
can
they're
typically
not
use a language
saying.
in that format,
Yeah,
but
no.
before I actually go finish
Obviously,
what you were
look,
saying.
look. Obviously, it's not the case that it falls into AKA trialism per what you were employing, but it seems that they clearly make a distinction between the class they're referencing for the character, and then the classes that would include the winning based concepts. So, if it's the case that winning is an existential based trait, and they say the character is clearly beyond these distinctions, and wouldn't wouldn't be erroneous to say the character has the ability to access the winning token, given that he's beyond each concept. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not saying I don't need that. I'm checking out your phone. I'm giving you 2 shifts.
By the way, the scan
No,
literally
no,
says he
no,
has countless aspects
no,
of
no.
Avatar. That's why I'm
What?
saying I'm taking
I'm.
comp. Like, even if it's the case that there
I'm
is at least some
trying to
possible.
get them off because I
Hello?
gotta get them off.
Yeah, I'm still here. What would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said I'm taking comp SCP-343. I don't know where arguing is. Look, the scan literally says that there exists countless avatars amongst each world that would
Mhm.
also include the winning archetype. So there would at least be one possible world where the character just has the ability to use winning in such a way that allows him to beat your character. I don't even know why we're arguing about this.
I feel like we just go circular at that point. Like you didn't say anything definitively that would be
I know.
above the
I
interpretation.
definitely think that argument works. I'm just saying if we just look at what the scan is saying.
I'm not saying the argument doesn't work. I'm saying there's nothing about your interpretation that like places it definitively above the one that I just placed upon you.
I just explained why.
The explanation is you literally just repeating yourself.
No, it's not. No, look, the explanation that I gave for why it's the case that it seems that my explanation not only isn't erroneous, but it matches what the language is being used, just given how
What
we
the
tend to
fuck
have the
does erroneous
tendency,
mean?
like error, like it's wrong to say we're referring to
Oh.
these concepts in such a way. Yeah. So I guess in this case, he's trying to take it that it'd be an equal interpretation
How does
because he
that
has.
defeat the
Yeah,
idea
no,
that it
yeah.
can still be in
I
reference
literally
to that thing?
can I talk? The
My
reason
fault.
why it defeats the reason why it defeats your interpretation is because this is not what the words mean and how the terms are being used within the scan and referred to. Like I agree, it's possible if we just shift the terms around, but given how they're articulating the terms and given how they're like the placement of the words, they're not saying what you're saying. Because
That didn't
what you're
attack
trying
what I just said.
look, what you're trying to say, there's at least some possible world where the character loses. Look, that's trivial, but again, it's also just wrong because they
I
say the
don't
character.
disagree, bro. I don't
Can
disagree
you
with that
stop talking?
portion.
Like, bro, do you like talking? Do you like
You
hearing my
just
voice?
you're literally just repeating what you're
No, I'm
saying.
not. Look. If you think I'm repeating what I'm saying, we can conclude after this.
Did you didn't mention the fact that it's trivial
Look,
earlier in the conversation?
Look, that's not. Are you cherry picking parts of what I'm saying so I can make
No,
the?
what you said
Are you
before that was
retarded?
a repetition too.
Okay, bro. If you think that we can move on, I'm also avoiding that because it's not repetition. You're just being very retarded. Now look,
Okay, that's
let me
fine. You can think
finish
that.
my
I'm
response.
saying,
Let me finish what I'm trying to
go
say,
ahead.
bro. Look, so no one disagrees that you can have interpretations that we can assign, like, obviously interpretations that have a non-zero probability, we can assign priors to them. No one disagrees with that. I'm obviously saying that this would be more probable given what the scan is saying and just given the language that would have to have been used otherwise for either hypothesis. No one disagrees you can have a rivaling theory that talks about a scan in such a way where the scan seems like another interpretation can fit. That's obviously not the case or evidential given what they're saying in the scan. They never say, oh, the character can both lose and not lose. They're saying the character is beyond both of the classes and isn't determined by either class. They also say the character has countless avatars, so we can include your
You
interpretation.
said
It
this
would just be one
earlier.
character. Okay, you want to move on?
Yes, actually, that's what I've been trying
Yeah.
to do this
Okay.
entire
Let's
time.
conclude.
I never
Let's
said anything
conclude.
about concluding. I said I want to move on.
Yes, bro. We can move on from this point. Can we get judgment on this point?
What judgment
Sure.
on the point,
Give your judgment
Nigga's
on
a
the point.
dumbass. Oh my god. Like,
bro? We can
Duma, do you
I'm
disagree.
a
know
dumbass
conclusions?
because I said you were repeating yourself.
Duma, did he give a response to the argument I just made? Oh
You
my god.
just wasn't he just complaining that I was cutting him
Uh,
off?
what are you talking about? We're in conclusions.
Bro, I'm not
This
talking
nigga's
about
an
that.
idiot.
I'm
Look,
talking
look,
about
look,
I'm talking
look.
about
I'm gonna
what you
give
just said
my
a couple
conclusions
seconds ago.
because I'm gonna give my conclusions because you really can't track. It's so embarrassing. Look,
Okay,
so
by
the
all means,
reason
go
why
on.
I'm directly attacking your hypothesis is because no one disagrees that the interpretation you can have a non-zero probability. But I was asking you, why is it the case that rivaling theory has a kind of evidence or amount of evidence tantamount to my hypothesis? You are unable to demonstrate that. You just kind of repeated yourself and begged the question on your own hypothesis. I was directly asking you, where is the evidence that you'd have to use to say or to make such an interpretation? I'm already explaining to you that I already assigned priors of which that have a higher pulsar probability, obviously above 0.5 index to your rivaling theory. So it just wouldn't be equal at all. You didn't track that at all. It's literally evidential of me saying that you can have rivaling theories that have non-zero probabilities. It doesn't necessarily mean we just prefer them just because they have a non-zero probability. Me explaining to you why it's the case that my hypothesis is more evidential, given just what the words themselves mean, and us having a tendency to use these words this specific way, and not the way you're referring to, also justifies my view and justifies the hypothesis. I was directly telling you that even if we take your interpretation into account, it doesn't seem like it's erroneous to have such a character constructed this way. That's what I mentioned as well. You're a retard. I
I
just said
didn't
that there
just
can be, yeah, I said there could be archetypes of the character via your own interpretation. It would just be a different variant of the character that loses. I'm taking the composite character. So it would also include the character winning. Stop being retarded. But then again, that argument doesn't even matter because they blatantly say in the scan the character is beyond both class that includes which. So the argument you made doesn't follow.
if
It's
the
retarded.
characters okay, if we're using a the composite version of the character that you just like the character you're arguing for, and you're saying the character is beyond both class, I'm
Yes.
saying that why does this thing not apply to the character that you're talking about? Because that's literally that's what the
Because they're
context of the
beyond the
panel that they're.
class.
Oh my gosh,
This
bro, can you
nigga's a
can you not
retard.
can you stop? Can you
Can we
just
get
please like
judgment? Oh my
can we
god.
stop? Because like this nigga just like started just like monkeying out because I just like talked over him earlier. Now he's doing the same shit. I can't stand when niggas do that.
Jesus.
I'm saying that when you're saying that the character is beyond the class of both, just because you're using the composite version doesn't mean that this interpretation can't also still apply.
Oh my
You didn't give a
god.
single argument for that the entire
Look,
time that
look,
you've been
look, look.
saying it.
Yeah, I did. You're just low tier and you can't
No, you
track basic
didn't.
shit. Look, Duma, can we please like get judgment?
Oh,
The only points I really care
Oh,
about, because the nigga's a donut, is the non-zero probability point and the point concerning that even if we take his hypothesis into account, it still doesn't explain why the character wouldn't win the fight. Additionally,
yep.
doesn't lead into trivialism. Again, another point I want to mention as well is that it blatantly says the character is beyond both class. Obviously, existence includes winning or not winning. It will also include negative existential attributes. If we assume not winning just means not existing in such a way, it would include that specific role as well. But if the characters be on both, then I don't see where the issue is. He also didn't explain why him winning and AKA not winning is a bad for the cross versus debate. I think it's a dumbass.
You're
Can we get
claiming one
judgment?
over the other when there's no reason for one to be over the other.
Can we
But
get
okay.
judgment?
Yeah, do you want me to explain the judgment? Or do you want to, like,
Yeah, no,
determine?
you can because
Let's
you
give your own
can.
judgment.
I think that he did in fact give a probability reason for wise interpretation. Like, I don't know, to put it in like layman's terms, he gave wise interpretation should be taken over yours. He explained that even if your interpretation has a non-zero probability, his interpretation would still be above. He explained, or yeah, the strongest point of his argument was saying that how it's worded implies his interpretation. I don't think you attacked that. And then, what was the other point? Or yeah, and then he's just saying that since it's composite, he's using also the version that wins against your characters. It's fine because composite just means all together, all versions all together. So he's just saying even if there's a possible version of him instead of the composite that loses to your character, he's also upscaled via the fact that there's also included version that has stats and hacks to beat your characters, etc., etc., etc. Because it's composite. The whole point
That
of it
is
is composite.
horrible.
You
Jesus.
literally just said, okay, like I don't understand. Niggas are saying that like the versions all together, but for some reason it's like a different. Okay, never mind.
What? Oh my god! Look, when I say I'm
Never
taking
mind, bro.
comp 343,
Comments, bro.
that means the
I
whole
know what
verse.
composite means, bro. You're good, bro. We're good, bro.
Bro.
We're good, bro.
So
We're
look,
good,
so
bro.
you would lose because my character has the ability to win the fight on
Okay,
like a
bro.
maximum level. What's your response? Do you have any higher scaling?
I don't really care for it anymore. We can conclude.
All right, bro.
This nigga said he wasn't going to give the same type of argument as Polar, then proceeds to give the same type of argument, just a
I
different
don't.
form. But
What? How is that? Look, I don't know if maybe like you're just horrendously asked. You just don't know what basic shit means. When I say non-zero
nothing about what you
probability,
said was basic, by the way.
dumbass. When I say non-zero probability, if it has a zero probability, then it's
Didn't we
safe to
already
say,
conclude? I don't understand why this nigga's still talking
dumbass.
to me.
If it has a non-zero probability, then it fits within the sample spaces of probabilities. Like,
We
stop
already
being
concluded,
stupid.
gang. I don't know why you're still talking to me.
These niggas, I just don't understand. How are niggas this ass?
What?
Like, what the fuck? Do you think just saying I have an equal interpretation explains why you're
No,
equal?
I already explained why I don't think that's the case. I don't know why you're still talking. Like I already said, I'm
You got
good,
to like
bro.
look. If you want some tips, just saying equal interpretation all day does not
Don't
mean
want any
that you have
tips,
an actual,
especially not from
AKA
you, bro.
equal interpretation.
Chill. What was it? Would you like to do soccer versus Boros? Or
No, I'm good,
Ass.
bro. I don't
yeah,
really care
soccer
anymore.
versus. No worries.
Like, bro, SARS, bro. This nigga is horrible.
Oh wait, no, it's safe. Okay.
That's why I don't